going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. I am your host with the most, Crypto Bro, and we are back at it again with another edition of the daily live stream. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. We do have plenty of updates and a plethora of targets that have been met in a vast majority of the assets that we're going to be looking at today. Going to change the mood with a little bit of music here. Do I have music? Hello? Hello? There it is. How the hell is everybody? If you guys missed the announcements on yesterday's stream, the first announcement, again, I am giving it to the end of the week, but the first announcement is I am looking for a new strategy to employ during the live streams at your guys' discretion, right? Unfortunately, I'm only going to pick one, right? Do one strategy at a time, learn it, master it, profit from it, move on. Got the 21 exponential moving average strategy pretty much mastered. While I do believe that I think I'll be trading the 21 for the rest of my life, I want to learn more. So I want to leave it up to the community, the Facebook community, the TikTok community, the YouTube community, as to which strategy that I'm going to employ. No holds bars. Again, give me a plethora of strategies, and then I'm going to throw basically all of them into a hat, assuming that anybody votes on a specific strategy. I'll throw them into a hat, pick a strategy, that way it's completely randomized, and boom, I'll study, learn, and try to master that strategy during the live streams with you guys. Again, this is about learning together, studying together, profiting together, debating together, etc., etc. So again, I want to involve the community, right? I want to involve you guys just because, you know, you're my loyal fan base. You guys, you know, you come through. Those who are loyal, you know, I got a couple guys that come through, a couple guys and gals that come through on a daily basis and watch my my live streams. I want your guys' honest opinion. If you have a strategy in mind that you think is cool as hell, that you think has a high success rate, it could be short term, medium term, long term, macro, micro, whatever strategy you think I should start learning. I want to know. So leave it in the Blackfire Technical Analysis Facebook community. Leave a comment somewhere. Shoot me a message, anything. And if you guys have any strategies that you want to see on the live streams, let me know, because I will definitely employ the strategies. If at the end of the week I don't have any strategy suggestions, and currently I don't have any suggestions, if I finish this week without any suggestions, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pick my own, which means I'm gonna go through my my school notebook and pick a strategy out of there, of my choice, of my fruition, and study, learn, and trade that during the live streams. So while I am trying to involve the community a little bit more, if I don't get any community involvement on the subject matter, I will have to choose myself, and what you get's what you get. Second announcement, again, we are live officially on TikTok. I'm trying to think of more ideas and stuff like that, but we are live on TikTok. And I kind of hit a learning curve today. If you guys have any ideas on how I can fix this learning curve, the only solution to this learning curve that I have is making the videos on TikTok shorter. So the problem that I'm running into is that I'll make a TikTok and it'll be like 55 to 60 seconds, right? I'm trying not to go over a minute for these. I'm trying to condense a couple of points of valid information for any asset that I'm looking at into a TikTok video. And then when I share it to TikTok, it gives me the option to share it to Facebook. And sharing it through Facebook puts that TikTok directly in my Facebook story. Now, the problem is when you watch the story on TikTok, or not on TikTok, on Facebook, if you go through and check out my story on Facebook, you'll realize that a big chunk of that 60-second video has been cut out. So either I'm doing something wrong with the sharing, or I legitimately have to decrease the amount of time that I put into one video, which is going to be very, very difficult, because I'm trying to market, I'm trying to get people to join the community, I'm trying to conduct a short, 60-second analysis on a specific asset at a time. We'll see what happens. If you guys have any ideas, suggestions, recommendations, I'm trying to be a lot more open-minded this year. Again, I do want to grow. I am trying to be a lot more open-minded. So, I'm taking, ideas, recommendations, suggestions, anything like that. I'm taking it with an open heart and an open mind. If you guys have any ideas on what I can do to try to make that a little bit better, I'm open to suggestions. Drop them in the comment section, drop them in a DM to me on Facebook, leave a post on the Facebook page. That's another thing I want to talk about before we dive deep into NASDAQ here. I want everybody to remember that while I am an asshole, right, I want expressional freedom. I do. I want expressional freedom on the Blackfire Technical Analysis Facebook page, right? I want everybody to be able to post, stock market related memes. I want people to post their own analysis, post their own fundamental ideas, post their technical analysis ideas. Again, if you're watching this stream, please, 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 please express your freedoms. Again, I think the only role in the Blackfire Technical Analysis community, I do understand that politics gets involved sometimes with the conversation, as long as it doesn't get over political where we're battling about who's right and who's wrong, who's left and who's right. I don't give a shit about that. All I care about is profiting from the stock market. I want you guys to be able to express your opinions, your thought process, your technical analysis. And again, this stems from the most least experienced to the most experienced. Again, while I will provide my own valid opinion on anything that you guys post, please do not have fear in posting in our community. That's what it's a community. I want you guys to use the channel, to use the page, to express your own fundamental ideas, your technical ideas, your emotional feelings, your psychological thought processes. Anything that you guys have that's related to the market is fair game. I want you guys to, again, it is a little bit of a challenge. I am challenging you, and if you're anything like me, you don't stem from a challenge. If you're trading in the market, you do not stem from challenges. I challenge you guys. To make my page active. I'm the only one in that community posting right now. It is a little disheartening. I'm the only one posting. I do post every day. Give you guys a little bit of a heads up on what's going on, what the game plan is, ask for analysis requests, things like that. I challenge you guys. 100% I challenge you. Start posting technicals. Right, it is the technical analysis Facebook page, right? That's what we're here for. If you're truly a stock market investor / trader, if you're truly as ruthlessly dedicated as me in this field of study, show me. I want you guys to start expressing yourselves on the Facebook page. That's what I built it for. I didn't build it just for me. I built it for everybody. I built it for you guys to talk and to discuss and to rationalize your ideas. Start posting. Start posting stuff. Again, it can be memes, it can be legitimate case studies, it can be technical analysis studies, it can be fundamental studies. Again, I want everybody to have that expression of freedom on the Facebook community. Just because, so many Facebook communities out there have expression of freedom that's being utilized, and my page at its core is not being utilized to its full extent. So I'm starting to recognize little problems that I'm having, little issues that I'm having, and again, that's why I'm keeping everything open and the communication flowing. Right, I want to communicate with you guys. I want you guys to communicate with me. That's what this is all about: studying together, learning together, profiting together, and growing together. Right, that's what this whole thing is about, at least from my perspective. Yes, the channel and that Facebook page I do utilize for an individual purpose, such as tracking my own psychological standpoint on technical analysis on any given day, but there's so much more, you guys. There's so much more that we could be using this channel for. So again, ideas, I'm open to any new ideas. I'm literally going to pull the trigger on any idea that I think is a legit idea, and I want you guys to express yourselves on the Blackfire Technical Analysis Facebook page. Please understand, you have absolute freedom. Again, as long as you're not fucking bullying people or being racist or anything derogatory like that. If it's market related and you want to talk about it, make a post, man. You guys have all the freedom you want to post anything you want on the Blackfire Technical Analysis Facebook page. So again, it's not encouragement. I challenge you. I literally challenge any of you viewers that are watching tonight and for the next couple of nights to start opening up and start posting on that Facebook page. That's going to help us grow. That's going to make sure that when people come into the community, they see that we're not, I'm not the only one making posts, because at the current moment in time, I am the only one making posts. And if there's anybody watching that is as serious about retiring in their 30s as I am, or retiring early because of all the profits they're making from the stock market, or because they're ruthlessly dedicated like I am, I challenge you. Go into that Facebook community and just start dropping dimes. Just start. Again, I don't care if it's the most basic of basic as far as the stock market is concerned. I want you guys to post in there. That's what I created it for. So hopefully that that nudges some things. Hopefully that pushes people in a certain direction. I feel kind of bad that my channel and my page is not being utilized to its full potential. I believe that we have the potential to grow exponentially and study and profit and gain and gain and gain and gain and gain from each other in this crazy natural beast called the stock market and cryptocurrency market. So I want you guys to utilize that page. Post your studies, post your memes, post your technicals, post your fundamentals, post your profits, post your losses. I'm gonna start doing stuff like that. If I did do that in the past. I would start, I'd post my profits and stuff. I got nervous, but I think I'm past the point where being nervous is kind of unacceptable. I'm gonna start posting my profits. I'm gonna start posting my losses. I'm gonna start posting all of my ideas so that I can try to encourage everybody else to start utilizing that community, as a stronghold for studying together. Again, profiting together, learning together, reading technicals together, reading and studying charts together. That's a huge goal for me this year. Is to grow. I want to grow, and I want you guys to utilize the community as an opportunity to grow yourselves. Give me 1 second. Just taking a little bit of sip of water here. What else? I think that's going to cover it. I've been ranting for a little while here. It is time to get into the technicals. Got a lot to talk about, guys. We're going to start with NASDAQ here. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is fucking why. This right here is why I want to teach people. I want to study and learn with people. I want to grow my experience, because you literally can't make this shit up. What did I tell you guys yesterday? I was looking for a break of support, which we did get the candle closure below tentative support here, and now we've flipped to new tentative resistance. Some could argue, yeah, the target has been met, hasn't been met. Close enough is close enough. This is a target that's been met, in my opinion here. Price action continues towards the next support here, towards $15,000 here. Again, right? I don't like to come on here and toot my own horn, but at the same time, when I'm fucking right, I want to make it known that I'm fucking right. Technical analysis fucking works, ladies and gentlemen. It works. It literally works. Oh my God, I'm so fired up today. I want my passion to bleed, and I want to plant the seed of technical analysis into those who view, so that maybe you can start profiting like me. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this whole structure, and tell me for what reason. Tell me a reason why you didn't see clear, concise evidence of continuation to the downside. I'm going to start explaining it. First of all, we're going to go back in time here at the all-time high, right? We hit the ceiling of resistance. Boom, boom, boom. Right? Started seeing the bearish divergence play out. And then we get that initial signal. Boom. We got our first warning signal here that things likely flipped to the bearish perspective, right? We got the first initial cross below the exponential here. I take those as critical signals all the time. Not only that, but in confluence with that, a breach of the 50 read here. That's a fucking signal. That's a signal. That is an absolute signal, right? Signal number 2. Boom! Stochastics. Not only confirming a macro lower high, but rejecting the bearish critical zone at the same time. Boom! Big negative, right? 3. In confluence with a breach of the 21, followed by a secondary open and closure below the 21. What more evidence do you guys need? Just fucking short. Right? Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please understand that this is for entertainment and educational purposes only. But at the same time, it's kind of like, the fuck are you doing? If you see any index, not index, excuse me, we're looking at an index. If you're visualizing and reading a chart for any stock that's tied to NASDAQ, and the chart looks very similar, and you haven't made a decision yet, you're too late. You've missed a big portion of the move already. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Not only that, but we confirm a lower high. Boom. Right beneath the 21 exponential. right beneath the 21 exponential. The most basic rule that I always present to the YouTube community here is number one, I trade the 21. As long as price action remains below the 21 exponential, I am not looking for bullish momentum. While bullish momentum could be provided at any given point, right? Remember, this is the stock market. It is basically Mother Nature in electronic form and can do whatever it wants, whenever it wants. The pressure is implied down if it's below the 21 exponential. Price action is below the 21 exponential. We confirmed a lower high here. Boom. Saw continuation below tentative support. Confirmed new tentative resistance. Boom. Follow through the next support level. Now potentially looking to flip into new tentative resistance. The downside target at confirming new tentative resistance has already been met. It's already been met. Well, we're $50 off. Ooh. Big whoop, right? Nah, not really. Price action's close enough to the downside here to tell me, that target has been met. If you're a trader, like I'm a trader here, when you plant a take profit zone, that is not your actual take profit zone. What you're actually going to be doing here is taking profit maybe 1% to 2% above horizontal resistance or support. And look at that. Right there's your 1%. You could have taken profit already. Price action's continuing down towards current supports. Any candle closure below $15,000 here, I'm going to be looking for a full swan dive to that change of behavior point on price action here for NASDAQ. We're around $14,500, and that is where I get concerned for the macro perspective here. I know everyone's telling me, oh, Biden's he's got to get reelected. He's going to make sure that the stock market is going up. No one individual can fucking make sure that the entire market is up. Right? No one individual can do that. If a big bag holder decides to sell all of his shit, that big bag holder, that institutional investor is going to sell all his shit, and that market's going to go boom, 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 boom to the downside, right? That's why I stay away from the politics, because in my opinion, politics doesn't matter, news doesn't matter, nothing fucking matters except for what the chart is telling you. That's the pressure's down, guys. I've been saying it for quite some time, the past couple of days here, especially after confirming a lower high in the structure and now continuing to new lows here. The macro trend could be a threat at any given moment here in the next couple of days here. Again, if we do see an open and closure below $15,000, I will extend my downside targets all the way down towards $14,500. The only thing at this current moment in time that would convince me otherwise is a low like right fucking now. Like right now. Right now. What the hell happened to my chart? I need to see a low right now. Like, no joke, right now. Today, tomorrow, sometime this week, we need to hold current support, not threaten the macro uptrend, right? Hold current support and confirm some kind of low in confluence with confirming new highs, right? And we're gonna go into an example of what I'm talking about as far as confirming a macro structural high or low with the US dollar index when we get to it. But that's what I need to see if I'm going to be convinced that this market's going to remain bullish, right? If we start threatening that macro change of behavior point and we close below there, I immediately flip from macro bullish to macro bearish until proven otherwise. And that's kind of it. I don't have any upside targets right now. It wouldn't be out of the question to see like a little bit of a bounce off of this support here. Maybe see another test up right around $15,300. But at the end of the day, pressure is definitely implied to the downside. Again, RSI here continuing to reject the negatively sloped exponential. Boom. Going even lower, confirming new lows as well. Bearish pressure is implied. Stochastics. I did talk about this in the TikTok video earlier today. Rejecting the top side of the bearish control zone. When I see the bearish control zone get rejected, why the fuck would I be bullish? There's no reason. There's no evidence on the chart that suggests bullish momentum here, in my opinion. So while stochastics continues to the downside, RSI continues to the downside, and price action continues to the downside, I have no choice, you guys. I have no choice but to suggest potential movement to that change of behavior point right around $14,500 here. And until proven otherwise, that's going to be my sentiment. Yes, I do have upside targets planned, right? If we break back above 15,300, I will look for the next resistance here at 15,675. But again, I don't flip from immediately termed bearish to immediately termed bullish until we confirm new highs above this resistance here in confluence with secondary candle closures above the 21, above the $15,900 region, which is the last lower high in price action structure. So until we confirm new highs or confirm a macro high or low, I am looking to the downside. Same thing with SPY futures here, confirming new lows. Well, currently on new lows here. Nothing confirmed just yet. Again, anything can happen, but again, all the evidence that's being provided to me via my momentum oscillators, via the price action chart, via broken horizontal support levels, definitely suggests that downside momentum here. Again, another lower high, rejecting the 21 exponential, and then seeing price action reject that diagonal trend line of peace and prosperity for the bullish perspective. Boom, continuation, and now we're seeing continuation follow through to new lows here. Candle closures on new lows, I'll have no choice but to look for the next valid target, which in my opinion is going to be all the way down here at 44.50, give or take a couple of bucks. That's going to be the next general target here, which would take out this current low. It is still valid. We could still see a little bit of a bounce at 4,500 bucks back up to tentative resistance. But if we confirm below this region as tentative resistance, I'm going to be looking for the same kind of follow through that Nasdaq is currently undergoing at the current moment in time here. RSI here, after rejecting the 50 read, seeing massive continuation to new lows here. That's not a good signal here in bearish neutral territory, looking to potentially go further towards the bearish control zone. Never a good look. Stochastics here breaking through the top side of the bearish control zone into the bearish control zone with a negative slope here. Very, very negative. This is a show of force from the bearish control. Bears have the market right now, in my opinion. Yes, this one is a little bit farther away from macro change of behavior. But again, as we close on newer lows every day, it's going to suggest more and more that we likely see that macro change of behavior. But, per my trading rules, ladies and gentlemen, as long as we're above the last macro high or low on all accounts, I still have no choice but to remain bullish. Although the structure is starting to look weak and it's starting to look like it wants to break down, I have to stick to my trading rules because, again, anything can happen. That's why you try to prepare for everything and expect nothing. You have to plan. You have to, when you schedule a trade, you have to look at the upside possibilities, the downside possibilities, and the sideways possibilities, or you're setting yourself up for failure. So while I am biased at the current moment in time to the downside for many of the assets that we're going to be looking at today, that does not mean in any way, shape, or form that I am not prepared for the opposite to occur, or for sideways price action to occur. Right? Plan for everything, expect nothing. If you fail to plan, your plan is to fail. Right? It's kind of the simple messages that I want to give everybody that has any interest in technical analysis. It's a lot of hard work getting started, trying to understand what the fuck you're looking at. But when you start understanding it and you start following your plan and you start seeing profits, it gets a little easier over time. And again, that's what this channel is about, ladies and gentlemen. Being as realistically, it's about being as realistic as humanly possible and learning from what the market tells us. And that's kind of how my thought process is. Again, everything that I tell you guys on any given day could be fucking wrong. It could be complete bullshit, but I promise to Christ on everything that is good and holy that if my analysis, my bias doesn't play out in the direction I am perceiving, there's still a plan on the other side and I'll still profit. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So, same kind of sentiment here for SPY futures. As long as we remain below the 21 exponential and confirming new lows, I'm going to be looking for pressure to the downside. The only thing that would convince me otherwise, again, same thing as NASDAQ, would be a full reversal, a macro high or low to be confirmed back above the 21 and on new highs above the current high, which is somewhere around 47.20. Correction. That is currently the current lower high that we're looking at on price action right now. So if we do see a change of behavior back above that region, then I'll flip my bias, especially if I see momentum oscillators starting to curl back up in a favorable fashion. So that's going to do it for SPY futures. What's the US dollar index telling us? Up. I'm almost certain. Up. back above the 21 exponential here, looking to potentially confirm this as a structural a structural higher low. Like my brain is like flipped to that bearish perspective. I'm thinking about lower highs and lower lows right now, but this one here, kind of telling. We were talking about this, that this could prove to be the structural higher low here. If we see confirmation today, and today only, above the 21 exponential, I will be fully convinced that this is the structural higher low in the entire formation here that we've been waiting for quite some time. I mean, hell, we had this consolidation period for like a fucking month, and then we saw downside continuation. Things got a little hairy, but I did say this is the region that we're going to be looking at for potential higher lows here, right around $94.65. And look at what we got here. Yeah, well, momentum oscillator's kind of like, right? We got a structural lower high. And the uptrend line technically is still valid. It is technically still valid. Let's look at it. Technically, we didn't even confirm. No, we did. We did confirm right here. I'm tripping. We did get a confirmation below this region, but again, that's kind of sometimes the reason why I don't fuck around with diagonal trend lines as much as I do with horizontals, because horizontals have, they hold higher precedence, right? They carry more weight for my analysis than diagonal trend lines. And this is a perfect example where we did get confirmation below a diagonal, but boom, potentially looking at a structural higher low off of a horizontal. So if I do see continuation with a secondary candle closure above the 21, I'm going to be looking for the next resistance all the way back up to 96.30 here, which likely means we're going to see some red in the general cryptocurrency and stock market for quite some time here. Any candle closure above the red horizontal resistance at 96.30, I will look for the current highs to be tested once again at 96.68. And you already know the target to the upside. If we break that region, a whole $1 extension all the way up to 97.70 would be the ultimate target to the upside upon seeing confirmation closures above the following resistance levels. However, while we are seeing a nice pump to the upside, that does not, oh crap, what's the word I'm looking for? I am not disparaging the possibility of confirmation on a lower high, right? We are technically on lower lows. We have plenty of lows up here, inconsequential, yes, but we do have plenty of lows up here that have been taken out, and new lows have been confirmed. And from a trending perspective, when new lows are confirmed, we're going to be looking for lower highs. It is possible to see rejection of the 21 exponential here, confirm a lower high, at which point I'll be looking for a retest of the current lows all the way down to 94.50 and likely lower, right? If we confirm a lower high here, we likely have full-blown confirmation of a downtrend continuation with a higher probability of playing out, right? But momentum oscillators are kind of showing up a little bit. Stochastics, yes, while we still remain below the diagonal trend line, we are seeing a forceful movement out of the bearish control zone here, looking to potentially test that diagonal trend line to the downside. It'll be quite interesting to see how it reacts off of that region here. RSI currently rejecting the 50 read. If we see continuation or a closure above the 21 exponential, it is very likely that we see RSI breach the 50 read as well, which is a critical signal in confluence with a confirmation trade above the 21 exponential for the US dollar index. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it right now. Unless we see rejection, I am hopeful for this one to close above. And if it doesn't, we'll have to come back and kind of give you guys a disposition, especially if it kind of just goes sideways here for a little bit, which is possible. We saw a fresh break. We saw a fresh break of the 21 exponential here on yesterday's candle closure. I am going to be looking for a secondary candle closure confirmation above that region, at which point things get a little exciting. But again, I want to wait for confirmation. We have 18 hours left in this candle's price action history here before we see closure. Anything can happen. So I want to see what happens with the 21, and then whatever happens with the 21 on the US dollar index will reflect how my analysis for this is going to be tomorrow. So that's going to do it for the US dollar index. I want to do this. I want to do AMC, and I want to say, ha ha, fuck you. There's a page on Facebook called Wall Street Bets, and I'm fully confident that 90% of those fucking people in that group have no fucking clue what they're talking about. They have no clue what they're talking about. None. absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, no fucking clue how the market works. They're relying on things that other people in the group say to accumulate bullshit knowledge that doesn't matter, and a lot of them are holding AMC. A lot of them bought AMC at fucking $50, and now they're down fucking 70%. Oh, but we got, well, Brian, we got diamond hands. You'll see, Brian. You'll see. We're gonna make big money off of this. And while they're saying all of that bullshit, I get to tell them, hey, I got an entry on the 21 here back on January 20th of 2021. Yeah, it was a little hype-induced, but guess what? I followed the fucking 21, and guess what? Oh my god! Almost 2,000 fucking % in profits. I've already secured the profits, I've already banked the profits, I've already bagged my profits and diversified my profits, while you're sitting at negative 70% waiting for another short squeeze. Brian, you're gonna see one day. You're gonna see, Brian, you're gonna be wrong. Maybe I will be wrong. Maybe it does have another short squeeze to the upside. Maybe it does go towards the $80 upside targets if we see closures above the all-time high. Maybe we do see that. But at the same time, I've already secured almost 2,000% in profits from this move. Secured! And closed my position. And now you're down 70% because I believe in Wall Street bets. I believe in people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about to give me financial advice. There's a clap for you. And here's the world's smallest violin playing the world's saddest I don't give a fuck if you lose song. Come on, guys. Come on. I really truly hope anybody from Wall Street Bets is looking at this stream at any given point, and I hope they hear me when I tell them this. Please look at a fucking chart. Any chart. A Robinhood chart. A fucking any chart. Look at a chart and learn how to read it before taking advice from people that know what the fuck they're talking about on a Facebook community that is likely 80% of them are likely losing a whole bunch of money. I mean, hell, I got a guy in the technical analysis group chat that sent me a phenomenal picture of a guy who said, how do I get out of this? I'm $15,000 down. How do you get out of this? I'll tell you how. Do your fucking due diligence, do some research, and learn how to fucking read a chart, and stop taking advice from people that don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's why I always tell you guys, I could be wrong about any of this, any of my analysis at any given point. But what I do recommend, if I do provide any advice for anybody out there, is to study this shit. You have to learn the market before you can play the market. You can't just willy-nilly come in here and be the 1 out of 1 billion people that gets lucky, buys an asset, and gets rich overnight. It's not gonna happen for you, buddy. Again, I mentioned it in the group chat today. I mentioned it in yesterday's stream. Put your wishes in one hand and put a pile of shit in the other, and feel them, and tell me if your wish feels more realistic than the pile of shit that you're squeezing. Because it's not. You have to you guys, you have to study this stuff. If you want to be consistently profitable over time, if you want to retire full time, if you want to be a day trader, if you want to make actual money and not fucking lose it, you have to learn how to trade, or you have to at least learn how to read a chart. You have to know when to get out, right? Because if you don't looking at AMC, if you didn't see this all-time high here, right? You saw the all-time high, and then you see, boom, here's an exit signal right here. And this is just based off of one indicator, the 21 exponential. If you didn't see that, that's your own fucking problem. Man, I love ranting about this, just because, what the fuck is this? Vom, okay, Maurice, alright, I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna ask you a favor. I'm gonna be a little bit of an asshole about this. What the fuck is Vom and what the fuck is Red? Because I have people that I've never seen coming in. I don't know if it's spam. I don't know if it's a joke. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Vom.red. If you're a bot, get the fuck out. If you're a troll, get the fuck out. Plain and simple. But as far as AMC is concerned, you know, I put it in my TikTok here. We confirmed tentative resistance yesterday. I mean, how much more fucking evidence do you need of a bear market here? There is no shorts. Oh, the shorts have been covered. Oh, okay, so you think if the shorts cover that we're just gonna, you know, automatically boost into a full-blown bull market? What the fuck? Bro, just read a chart. Oh my god. Oh! I get frustrated for other people, and I get frustrated at people. Give me a second. I get frustrated at people, and I know I'm doing a lot more ranting in this stream than analysis, but I kind of have to do this stuff. But I get frustrated with people because they do no work, they do no research, they don't read any books, they go on Facebook, and they do what Facebook tells them, and then they bitch, cry, moan, and complain when they're down $20,000 fucking dollars, and they put their whole fucking life savings into a hunch that had no research to back it up, and then now all of a sudden they're down 20 grand, and what do I do? What do I do, Wall Street Bets? What do I do? And the only thing that they can fucking tell you is hold. You gotta hold them. You gotta hold your losses because the short squeeze, AMC is going to $1,000 fucking dollars, bro. The hedgies, the ones that everyone hates, the hedgies, the billionaires that control the market. If they didn't learn their fucking lesson from this, it'll be a goddamn shock. Because I promise to Christ, they're not gonna let this fucking shit happen again. They're not. They're just not. The big bag holders, the institutional investors who got played in the GameStop move, in the AMC move, they got played. Don't get me wrong, I'm not getting it twisted. They got squeezed. You think they're gonna fucking let that shit happen again? Come on. You think you have more money than billionaires? Come on. Come on. You have to be realistic. You have to conduct your own due diligence. You have to learn to conduct your own analysis. And you have to learn to make a sound decision based off of evidence that confirms your theory of price action direction movements. Like, come on, guys. Come on. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna catch scrutiny. I'm gonna get roasted. People are gonna say, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's fine. That's fine. Anytime anybody says that to me, you know what I tell them? You can hold your 70% losses while I'm securing the bag almost every day. I'm securing the money, and you're kind of just pissing it away. So while you wait the next, 2 years for something completely unrealistic to happen with AMC and you continue to lose money, I'll be in another asset taking those gains. Just taking, I'm the one taking them from you. If you're down $15,000, I'm probably the one taking it from you. And a lot of other successful traders are probably the ones taking it from you. So at the end of the day, you guys, I am a bit of an asshole. That's who I am. I'm going to tell you truth to the heart. If you can't look at a chart for 10 hours a day, if you can't study for 10 hours a day, if you can't grind your balls to the dirt doing this job 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 14 hours a day, losing sleep doing this specific job, you're not gonna make it, man. You're just not. If this isn't for you. At the end of the day, I try to tell people, I want to motivate people to be a trader, but if you don't have the balls or ovaries, because I think women are powerful, but if you don't have the sexual organs required to grow the fuck up and study your ass off for 4 years or a year or however long it takes you. Some people learn faster than other. I'm 4 years into this fucking thing and I'm still going. If you don't have the fortitude to fucking buck up and learn how to read a chart or learn fundamentals or learn anything that'll help you be successful, this game is not for you. You might as well just quit. You might as well. Because if you're just reading a couple articles on the internet and then going to Wall Street Bets and saying, oh, yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw fucking $30,000 into an asset, buy the all-time high, and then lose 70%. This isn't for you. This isn't the game for you, brother. You might as well fucking save your money and get out. All right, rant's over. Let's analyze AMC for all the fucking motherfuckers in the back. Because, good God almighty, if I haven't seen something bearish before, this is fucking bearish. No evidence of bullish momentum. None. Absolutely none. target as of now. And look, not only that, let's talk about the confirmation of resistance. We did confirm resistance, but we held, technically, the spot 786 Fibonacci retracement level. And here we got this. Boom. Confirmation below the spot 786 Fibonacci retracement, excuse me. Below the spot 786 Fibonacci retracement level here, and now I'm going to be looking for targets to move all the way down towards the spot 86 Fibonacci retracement level, which is the only valid potential test of support that we have left on this chart here. Yes, I do believe this could potentially get bullish. Again, just because I have a bias one way or another doesn't mean I couldn't be incorrect. I am biased towards those who decided to buy the all-time high and think that we're just going to reverse and go to $1,000 after being down 70%. I am a little biased towards that, but biased towards potentially confirming a structural higher low, not so much. I am looking for the $14.50 target here. It is possible that we confirm some kind of structural low here, but anything below there kind of defeats the purpose, right? Kind of defeats the bullish momentum, in my opinion, for this asset. And that's kind of it. You know, RSI, bearish control, new lows, not good. Stochastics, bearish critical zone, new lows, not good. Nothing about this chart is good right now. Nothing about this chart is good right now. The only thing that would convince me otherwise would be new highs in confluence with closures above the 21 exponential. Right here, $30. I need to see closures above $30 before I'm like, oh, maybe I was wrong. Maybe there's a short squeeze again, Brian. God, I need to see evidence, right? Believing in something isn't going to make you money. Analyzing and piecing together evidence is going to make you money. Risk management is going to make you money. It grinds my gears. You want to know what grinds my gears? It grinds my gears when a person puts in a whole bunch of fucking money into an asset and then lets it drop 70%. Because if it were me and I took a loss, I guarantee you it would have only been 2%. Because I manage my risk. If you don't manage your risk, you will not be consistently profitable over time in this game. Managing your risk is important. So for AMC, I'm looking short. I'm looking down. I'm looking for $14.50 here. And the only thing that would prove otherwise here would be a closure back above like $20.80. That doesn't get rid of the bias to the downside. That only tells me, hey, maybe we have a little bit of momentum that could carry price action back to the 21, right around 23.95. We'll just call it $24 for a potential test of resistance. But again, until I see some actual force, some actual momentum on all accounts, I am biased to the downside on this one. That's going to do it for AMC. Hall of Fame Village, nothing new here. Looking for continuation to a $1.23. Our RSI breaches the bearish control zone. Once again, bears have control. Stochastics back into the bearish critical zone. Nothing about this chart is good as well. Bearish until proven otherwise. The only proof otherwise would be a open and closure above a $1.80, at which point that would confirm higher highs, and I would be looking for price action to continue towards $2.18. But until then, the overall target is a $1.21. I'm going to keep that one short and simple. Nothing different about that one. Bitcoin. Bitcoin here playing around. This is kind of like an imaginary, trend line. It doesn't really hold validity just yet, but seeing continuation to the downside after confirming yet another lower high. We are seeing a little bit of decreased in momentum here. For the downside pressure, what happened with stochastics that I was looking for didn't happen. We actually got a cross back above and a confirmation of support above the bearish control zone. So there is that. But RSI kind of telling here, looking for more negative pressure below the exponential after rejecting it as well, looking to potentially enter the bearish control zone. So we do have conflicting indicators at the current moment in time for Bitcoin. But nonetheless, lower high below the 21, I'm going to be looking for new lows. I will be looking for a test of the current change of behavior point at $40,800. Any candle closure below there that confirms, I will look for movements down to 38.1. And the only thing that would convince me otherwise at this current moment in time would be a change of behavior back above the current lower high, which I'm going to mark off right now. Boom. Any candle closure above the current lower high in confluence with the 21 exponential that confirms, I will be looking for an extension to the next horizontal resistance, which is right around $46,200. But momentum, I mean, you got one momentum oscillator kind of suggesting upside movement and the other one kind of saying, nah, it's not really real. So the most important thing from my perspective here, what I'm paying attention to here for Bitcoin is whether or not, we see continuation to new lows, or we, maybe consolidate here for a little while, or we see a breach above the 21. Nothing is confirmed other than the lower high that technically confirms downtrend continuation, and we've seen that, but will we see it confirm new lows? That is the question. That is definitely the question of the hour. So Bitcoin not looking too hot, man. Again, when in doubt, pull out. And we do see the macro trend is currently being threatened here. This is the change of behavior point, right around 40,800 that we've been paying attention to for quite some time. And this is not the structure that I wanted to see here. We did potentially see, we potentially could have seen a higher low structure here, but that just inevitably printed a lower high and saw downtrend continuation. Sorry, taking a sip of water here. So, the pressure is implied to the downside on all accounts, except we do have conflicting indications from momentum here. Again, stochastics is up. It's not the strongest thing I've ever seen, but it is up while RSI is down. So, again, most important thing, price action. Price action, 21 exponential, horizontal support and resistance. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Moving on. What do I want to look at here? I do believe we have some requests to knock out today. How long is this stream? God, 51 minutes already? Man, I've been ranting and all that shit. Pepsi. Oh, I looked at Pepsi today. Pepsi, I'm pretty sure, confirmed new all-time highs. Yes, indeed it did. No, that was yesterday. That was the day before yesterday. So, confirming new all-time highs. Let's see if I got fibs. What do my fibs say? Where's the zero? Momentum oscillators just does not suggest continuation right now. Rejection of the bullish control zone from the stochastic, from the RSI back below the exponential, and the exponential did force itself to a negative slope here today. Stochastics kind of coiling around in the the bullish control zone, but we did just confirm a rejection of the critical zone here, back to the downside. To be quite realistic with you guys, what I'm paying attention to the most here is the 21 exponential here on Pepsi. It wouldn't be out of... Well, actually, we did get a little bit of a test of the 21. It wouldn't be out of the question to see another test, but what I'm going to be looking for here, if we are going to see downside pressure being applied, is whether or not we see an open and closure below the 21, which is in confluence with current support at a 172.30. Anything that confirms below the 22 opens up the target potential to the downside towards a buck. A buck. 166.50, but we are holding support currently. And while momentum oscillators do not suggest continuation, again, per my trading rules, I am still looking for continuation to the 1.272 Fibonacci extension, right around $188.13, give or take a couple bucks here or there, but that's kind of where I'm looking for. Momentum oscillators throwing off a couple of signals here to the downside. Again, that rejection on both counts of the of the bullish control zone and the bullish critical zone here for stochastics and RSI. We could see a little bit of a pullback. It wouldn't be out of the question to see a little bit of a pullback. But we're currently fucking around with change of behavior points, right? If we do pull back, we have to confirm a higher low somewhere above the current higher low at 166.50. Because if we close below 166.50, I'm going to be looking for continuation and a change of behavior to be initiated all the way down to $159 here for this one. So it is crucial to pay attention to what price action does over the next couple of days. It could boom or it could bust. I want to see confirmation of either or before making a more confident decision on this asset. But that's kind of my analysis. We are resting on support, and as long as we're above that support, I am going to be looking for a major extension to the 1.272, right around 190 bucks. But we are seeing, again, momentum oscillators, point pressure to the downside, losing a little bit of that momentum, and we could see follow through all the way down to current support here. What is that at about a buck? 166 bucks here. Walmart's going to be the next one. Walmart, what is it telling us? Walmart, yeah, likely sees continuation to the downside here, never confirming new highs, actually confirming lower highs, more bearish divergence, and look at this, breaks below the exponential and the 50 read, not confirmed, right? None of what I'm saying here is confirmed. Tomorrow is when we look for confirmation here. Any secondary candle closure below the 21 exponential, I'm going to open up my downside targets all the way down to like $138 here. And we already see momentum oscillators giving you clear signals here of that possibility here. Stochastics rejecting the bullish critical zone. Very, very decisive and sharp movement to the downside, forcing the exponential to a negative posture here. RSI, again, breaking that 50 read. While we did see a fresh break of the 50 read, we do not have confirmation of closures below that just yet, but tomorrow likely does the trick. The only thing that convinces me otherwise is a pop back above the 21 exponential to confirm it as tentative support and a breach on new highs. If we do confirm above the 21, the only target I have to the upside is back up to $146, and I don't look for extending targets until we confirm new highs. We are on a macro diagonal uptrend line that is technically still valid, but the pressure to the upside is starting to wane, in my opinion, just a little bit. So tomorrow is kind of the day. If we break below the 21, you likely have your idea of where price action likely moves towards, and the first target I'm going to be looking for is about again $138 here, which is almost perfectly aligned with that diagonal trend line of peace and prosperity, but at the same time that confirms a lower high, which could inevitably lead to lower lows below current support as well. So tomorrow is a very important day, in my opinion, for the Walmart asset. If it's going to continue to remain bullish, it needs to stay above the 21, but if it's going to flash any signals for the bearish perspective, we already have, again, 2 warning shots being fired, rejecting the bullish critical zone, confirming a structural lower high in confluence with the last highs on stochastics, and RSI confirming back below the exponential and the 50 read, forcing it to a negative slope. So while we have a couple of warning shots being fired for the bearish perspective, nothing is confirmed. Tomorrow will be the day of reckoning here. If it confirms below, we have our answer. If it confirms above, then we have to reanalyze for the potentials to the upside. BBIG, oh my god, I haven't heard about that one in a hot fucking minute. Finco Ventures Incorporated. Holy shit! God damn! We have a fucking reversal, ladies and gentlemen. This is a reversal on BBIG. I am sorely disappointed that I stopped looking at this fucking asset here. Candle closure above the 21 confirmed, a trade on the 13th, continuation through tentative resistance on the 14th, confirmation and a breach of resistance again today. What happens? I mean, do I need to explain? Do I need to explain this one? Stochastics back up, looking for new highs, which likely happens. Looking for entry into the bullish control zone. Boom! Gonna print that off. Stochastics already in the bullish control zone. This is momentum, right? Look at the evidence, ladies and gentlemen. Look at it. Look at it. Look at that shit. Look at it. Look. Look, 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 look. Look. Look at the evidence. Look at all the evidence. Let's go back. Let's go back, ladies and gentlemen, right? Again, I want to make it easy. I'm trying to make this easy not only for myself, but for others that could learn from me. Make it easy, right? Yeah, you got a bad entry, technically, if you entered on closure, but look at fucking this. You're already up. You've already taken profits. You've already hit a take profit. You've already secured the bag. You enter on the 21, you've already secured the fucking bag. Evidence point number 1. Closure, secondary, above the 21. Again, I'm going to highlight it. This candle doesn't tell you shit. The secondary candle closure above is what tells you to enter. Boom. Look at the slope on the 21. Look at how fucking girthy that is. Absolutely disgusting. You enter in here and you're already up what? Let's find out. Let's find the fuck out. God help us all. 47% in 2 days. Come on! Come on! There it is. There's your trade. If you make trading complicated, it will remain complicated. That is the lesson that I had to learn in order to become consistently profitable. And now I am consistently profitable because I don't overcomplicate it. You have an edge. You have an edge. Right? And again, your edge could be different, but it's likely that a lot of trading strategies fucking lined up with this. Break above the 50 read. Look at that. On the second day, confirmation. Break above the 50 read. On the second day, confirmation. One, 2, 3 strikes, you enter, and now you're up 50%. Guys, you can't make this up. You can't. I'm not making this up. I didn't copy and paste the chart. I didn't falsify this chart. You can't make this shit up, guys. I wish I would have paid attention to BBIG, because this is a trade I would have easily taken. I'd have hopped in this as right before closure, like 60 seconds before the candle closures happens. You kind of have to, understand, like, all right, we're already this high up. We got 60 seconds left in the day. I'm gonna buy. That's confirmation. We likely get confirmation. There's a 99.98% likelihood of seeing confirmation to the upside. And look at that. 1 signal, 2 signal, 3 signal, enter. Boom. 47% in 2 days. There's the power of the 21 exponential moving average strategy, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'm postured to believe, as long as price action remains above the 21, I'm gonna be looking for continuation. Is a pullback suggested? Yeah, it wouldn't be out of the question to see a pullback all the way down to $3.85 to confirm some type of higher low. This is a very extended move here from the macro low. Like, very extended. Like, oh my Jesus, 132%. Big move to the upside, flashing its bullish perspective in 4 days. It took 4 days to recover and confirm a reversal here. So while I do believe it is possible to see a pullback to $3.85 and maybe even back to the 21, which is in confluence with current tentative support right around $3.20, I'm going to be looking for an uptrend to start formulating out of this. This is reversal. We have a change of behavior confirmed above the last lower high, which is this current support. Boom. Wouldn't be out of the question to see a pull into that support, confirm a higher low, and continue the macro trend, right? I am going to be looking for the next target to be met, which is right around like $6.20. If we see a closure above that region, I'll look for $7.55. Things could be exciting for BBIG. Now, technically, yes, we could confirm a high and see pullbacks. Any closures below the 21 exponential kind of, deteriorates my theory of this bullish momentum to the downside, which, again, prepare for everything and expect nothing. I'm going to chug out of my big bottle this time because I want to chug. I got dry throat. Good God Almighty, BBIG moving to making some big moves. So yeah, I am going to be looking for the next target to the upside, right around $6.10. And I'm going to be looking for this one to continue. We do have a little bit of a gap here, again, and that could fill. We could see, again, a little bit of a pullback, and not necessarily all the way to the 21, but I play it level by level, right? If we do see a pullback, the first level I'm going to be looking for is the $3.90 region here. But if we break below there, wouldn't be out of the question to confirm a higher low right on the 21 exponential at $3.20 before reversing back to the upside here. But for now, the momentum is at full fucking power. RSI in the bullish control zone. Stochastics looking to enter the bullish control zone. No divergences to be heard of. Fucking bullish. I am bullish on this one right now. Again, we did confirm a reversal. We did confirm a bullish entry, a long entry on the 21 exponential. So until proven otherwise, BBIG has momentum to the upside. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for coming through the stream. Thanks for hitting up that analysis study with me. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tick that little bell. And until next time, everybody, you already know what it is. I'll be back with that fucking fire again tomorrow. Stay safe, stay happy.